Quilt Nation, Quilt Marine here. So, it was brought to my attention, why does it seem like you got the same shirt on all the time? Because I work. I'm a full-time employed quilter, all right? So I don't have time to run around changing my shirts like I used to. Anyway, I digress. So, I get to the men's quilt retreat, right? So out of my zone. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to doing what I enjoy, what I take in and love to do outside of my work area, outside of my comfort zone, right? So, I move in completely inadequately prepared for this because I've never experienced this before. So I got my machine. I got a few bolts of fabric. I'm gonna hustle out some bolts, some yardage, make a couple of dollars. But my mind wasn't there. My mind was thinking like I don't know what it was, but I had Rob to ease me in. I had Andrew to ease me in, but I was out of my zone, and I'm sure it looked like I was out of my zone. But the guys are so great, man. They're such great human beings. So Kevin, Scott, the guys, they were really great, really welcoming, bringing me into the fold. And it was obvious I was outside of my zone, right? So I didn't bring a project to work on. All the guys had their own projects to work on. And we had a joint project that we were putting together, obviously. But, it was just different for me. So I was like, I better look like I'm busy. So I had to make sure I had a good seat, right? Because I don't sit with my back to doors. So I had to see that door. There was a door that entered from the outside. I had to make sure I saw it. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, so I'm like, let me put something together. I was freaking out a little bit. So I was like, man, everything starts off with a 9-patch, right? Can't go wrong with a 9-patch. So I just started with a 9-patch. I'm like, all right, maybe I can do something with this. Let's evolve it a little bit without tipping my hand that I'm totally unprepared. Then, I just started squaring off 9-patches, putting them on, squaring them off, right? So what I was intending on doing was building a mismatch pattern somewhat. And then Jerry comes out, one of the guys at the thing. He's like, hey, I got some fabric for you guys to grab. Just grab what you want. So I go over there and I grab this, right? I grab this fab from Jerry. And I'm like, all right, I could do something with this. Time was running out. So I never got to finish. And I still haven't finished it because I got home and I'm like, oh my God, I got so much stuff I got to do. So I get home and I just start putting it together. So this is what I got. So the guys, this is for the guys that were at the retreat that probably were thinking like, what's this guy doing? All right, guys, this is what I was working on. Thanks to Jerry and his fabric, right? I started putting this together. All right. So I wasn't completely sitting on my hands. Jerry, thanks for the fabric. Guys, I love you to death. But it wasn't a complete bust. I learned a lot. I can't wait to come out with the shopping list for guys going on their first retreat. That's in the works. And also something with the wife included. All right. So I really appreciate it. Thanks for the patience, guys, at the retreat. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And remember, it's only fabric and it's only thread.